One of my favorite exercises in PRI is the scissor slides, respiratory scissor slides. And a lot of times it's known as a left adductor pullback. There's different names for these exercises. It involves breathing, obviously, and then pulling the left leg back with the adductor and then pushing down into a ball. At the end of the video, you're gonna see it. But I just want to talk about why it is such a great exercise. First, it is the first exercise most people do that actively pull the left pelvis. So here's your left side. Let's say it's stuck forward and out a little bit, orienting the pelvis to the right. You're actively pulling it back into AFIR. So you're actively pulling it back into AFIR, not just to neutral, but past neutral. And then you are adducting, pushing the left leg down into a ball to further simulate left adduction, AD, the adductor. So we're using that left adductor to pull the hip back, and the hamstring is involved also because your feet are flat on the wall. Pulling that left hip back into AFIR actively. You're not being positioned into it to start. You have to do it yourself. It is the first time you're really working on establishing the frontal plane on the left side. So if you pull the left hip back and you exhale, those left ribs come down. Remember, the frontal plane is where the money is. Well, you could say transverse. They're all money. All the planes are money, but you need frontal plane on the left side. Wait, this is backwards. So here's the right side. Here's the left side. When you lie down, you're more like this. Your left side is open. The right side is closer together. That's kind of how you're living. This exercise really has you pull this pelvis back and the left ribs down, so the left pelvis and the left ribs are closing together to give you that left ZOA. That's why it's so important. You're actively shifting that left hip back into AFIR. You are doing it with breathing. Remember, trying to turn off muscles or turn on muscles without the thing that keeps us alive, without the thing that we do 23,000 times a day, without the thing that will determine whether certain muscles like the psoas or the QL stay active or whether they relax. Breathing, that thing, without involving breathing in what you're doing, it's pointless, nothing will stick, because it's breathing that regulates all these famously overactive muscles. So if you're not breathing properly, those muscles that you're trying to turn off, that everyone knows is tight or hypertonic or whatever, if you don't address breathing at the same time, those muscles are never going to stay off. They're just going to kick back in. You're just temporarily leaving it. Anyway, that's a tangent. I'm not going to go into it. Why else do I love this exercise? Because it's opening up the entire left side, your left peripheral vision. That's involved. You are actively pulling the hip back by using sense of the ground. That is, if you've watched my videos, you obviously have seen how important the ground is, how important it is for your brain to sense the ground properly with that left heel and the right arch. You are keeping your knee bent. A lot of people attempt to shift their left hip back in an upright standing position during daily life, but they can't, and because they can't, they start to hyperextend their left knee or they arch their lower back. So people get stuck with any type of left hip movement, doing it through compensation, which is locking the knee, so you're going to be using a lot of quad and hip flexor, or lower back, and it becomes a vicious cycle of compensation. Because the left knee is bent and your foot is flat and you're sensing your left heel, you're going to be pulling it back appropriately. And you'll be surprised how weak your left inner thigh is, your left adductor is. And when it turns on, you'll feel it pretty high up, and it's not comfortable because you probably haven't used it in years. Why might someone struggle with this exercise? Inhibition. They cannot turn overactive muscles off. It's usually not an activation issue in the sense that you don't know how to activate an exercise, a muscle. it's usually you cannot turn off your compensatory mechanisms to allow that muscle to kick in. If you cannot shift your pelvis to the left as you pull back because the right side is too overactive, you're not going to feel it properly. You might need a right arch to disengage the right side of your body. Because if you can't unload the right side, you can't actually shift into the left side. It all goes together. Tight posterior hip capsule. So the hip capsule, they're tight back of the left hip basically. Because the left leg is stuck in a compensatory externally rotated position, the posterior glute medius and the glute itself on the left and even the ligaments can be tight because they've been stuck in that position so long, so they may prevent you from shifting your hip completely backwards. It's just running into a brick wall. So you might need to stretch the posterior hip capsule. The big one though is posterior mediastinum expansion. You may not be able to expand your left rib cage back, which means your lower back stays arched. So if you can't get your left rib cage to posteriorly move and expand those ribs in the back, you're not going to be able to get into full left AFIR position, which will prevent you from feeling your left adductor appropriately. So my number one is, and this is coming up a lot, posterior mediastinum expansion on the left side. That just means these ribs back here on the left have to move back, and they need to pop open through breathing, not through stretching, through breathing. Remember, if it's a rib cage issue, and everything is, breathing is the name of the game. Without proper inhalation, exhalation, the air does not move into the right places and you stay stuck. So after this, you're gonna see the exercise as I'm displaying it, and I'm doing it kind of in a slow motion, not slow motion, but I'm writing out subtitles just to see the exercise as it's being done.